Now, while we're on truth bombs, there's been another revelation involving the Teals today. As I've been saying here since before the last election, the Teals are a bit of a con. They pretend to be independents, but they tend to act in unison, like a political party. And they all take money, support and strategic advice from the renewable energy advocacy group Climate 200. It's the brainchild of Simon Holmes à Court, son of the late Robert Holmes à Court, Australia's first billionaire of Bell Resources fame. Simon inherited a fortune and has spent large amounts of it investing in renewable energy and in his political activism. Anyway, it turns out that the Teals are a little shy about the support and advice they get from Climate 200 and Holmes à Court. You see, it turns out that when the Financial Review was putting together its annual Power magazine this year, where it put Simon Holmes à Court at number 7 in the nation's covert power list, well, it turns out some of the Teals didn't like that. Apparently, some Teals lobbied the Financial Review to get Holmes à Court off the list. It seems they wanted his covert power kept, well, covert. Indeed, there are reports that Zoe Daniel, the Teal member for Goldstein, has been referred to the National Anti-Corruption Commission for allegedly using taxpayer-funded resources to lobby on behalf of Holmes à Court, a political donor. Fascinating stuff. And at the National Press Club today, fellow Teal Allegra Spender admitted that she too had lobbied the Financial Review.
There was an article in the Financial Review recently saying that you asked the Financial Review to remove a reference to Simon Holmes à Court from the power broker list. Is that true? Did you think that Simon Holmes à Court didn't deserve to be on that power list?
I did, and the reason why I said, let me rephrase that. I said I had heard that Simon Holmes à Court was on the covert power list, and I have a problem, with this sort of idea that, women like myself, get here and, there's someone covertly hiding behind us pulling all the strings.
Really? What about transparency? Spender didn't want people to know about Holmes à Court's covert power because it would look like she wasn't her own independent person. She even went on to say it would be insulting to all women. But what about a media organisation being able to make its own assessments about who has power and who doesn't? You've got to think the attempted interventions by the Teal MPs only confirmed to the Financial Review how much hold Holmes à Court might have over them. And what about the rights of taxpayers and voters to know about the truth, to know the truth about who does what in politics and why? We need transparency and accountability. And the Teals, after all, campaigned on integrity in politics. You only have to go to the political donations to see how close the links are between Holmes à Court and the Teals. For instance, Spender received nearly $2 million in donations to run her expensive campaign, and the largest single donor was Climate 200. Other reports totalled the donations from Holmes à Court's Climate 200 to Spender's campaign at more than $700,000, while across all candidates, Climate 200 spent almost $6 million. That's a lot of money in our political system, and it helped to unseat 6 Liberal MPs. So that money wielded a lot of power, overt, covert or not. And if the Teals really believe in political integrity, they would be open and upfront about their relationship with Simon Holmes à Court, not trying to keep it out of the papers.